Welcome, it's your friendly neighborhood Badger here, and I'm back for another video on my second character of Heist League. Now, a lot of you have been following along with the first character. You may have seen my previous video about that character and how I'm sidelining it for the moment while I build up a bit more currency on this new character. Now, I haven't been streaming the past couple of days because I've had a bit of a throat infection, so I'm using my voice sparingly, so I'm just doing one small video here to show you this character. But if you want to come check out this character and every other character they're going to be doing this league, definitely jump down to the link down below of the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/thisisbadgergaming. Come and say hi. You can ask any questions that you want to that you get from any of my videos, and I'll be happy to answer them, and my mods will as well. But enough of that, let's get right into this build. What are we playing? Now, this one's a little bit of a mouthful, but we are playing an Agnostic, Righteous Fire, Mind Over Matter, Arc Miner. And this is an Ascendant as well. So, phew, I got all of those words right, which was correct. But let's go through the core concept, and then we'll jump into a map and I can show you how this all does work. First of all, the big thing is we are using Agnostic Keystone here, which basically sacrifices 20% of your mana per second to recover that much life. Now, if we've got 6,500 mana, 20% of that is it's quite a lot. It's around about 1,300 mana that gets sacrificed per second, and that goes over to our life regen. So what that does mean is we have about 50-60% life regen right now because our life pool is so small. Now, we are only level 79 right now, so we've still got a lot of life nodes to get, and our gear is not absolutely amazing. We still need to pick up quite a lot of better gear in a lot of these positions, but we've got the main two items, which are our Atziri's Foible, and then also our Cloak of Defiance. Now, Cloak of Defiance is also giving us Mind Over Matter, and an extra 10% of damage taken from mana before life, which is 40% altogether. And then with Ascendant, we're also taking Hierophant, which is another 8%. So that's 48% so far. So pretty much almost 50% of damage taken is taken before my mana, on my mana before my life, meaning that my effective life pool is a lot higher than what it is right here. So those are a few of the concepts. The second one here is Arcane Cloak. Now, Arcane Cloak is, with a big mana pool like this, if we use our Arcane Cloak, that gives us a 4,000 shield. So that basically puts our life total to 6,000 and 6,000 mana, which is effectively, with Arcane Cloak up, it's effectively 12,000 effective health, which is kind of crazy. Now, all of this comes together to actually bring us into a really, really cool sweet spot, because we can actually, on a character that has only 75, only 75 fire res, no maximum fire res at all, nothing else to, reduce fire damage taken, we can just sustain Righteous Fire. What Righteous Fire Sustain is doing for us is it is giving us an extra 38% more spell damage. So you can basically think of that as a 6th or a 7th link. I only have 5 links here at the moment, but with Righteous Fire, that's basically just adding another damage link right in there. And then obviously we've got Vaal Righteous Fire as well for even more damage against bosses, which is kind of crazy. So that is everything together. And then last of all, our Arc is dealing around about 4,700 average damage per hit. It's not an amazing amount, but then we use Arcane Cloak, and that's giving us a crazy amount of flat damage, boosted all the way up to 11,000. So about 7,000 damage more that we're getting from Arcane Cloak when that is up. But you're pretty much here just to watch some gameplay, aren't you? So let's jump right into that. What we have here on this level 79 character, we're going to just jump into a tier 8 magic park map, and then we can see that right here. So I've also got a mana potion to be able to keep my mana right off topped here, and I am going to be looking for quite a bit more life, really just to be able to sustain a bunch of things. But you can see here that it's really just working quite nicely through the leveling process. So I'm going to very easily just be able to level up with this character. Sometimes I have to chuck a few more mines down for the enemies here. If you want to check out the path of building, I have put it down in the description below. My links for Arc right now are as follows. It's Arc linked with Blast Chain Mine, then linked with Charged Mines, and then linked with Trap and Mine Damage. And what's my last one? I think it's... of course, Swift Assembly as well, just to be able to chuck more mines out. Now, once I get more mine throwing speed through some duels, I'm going to be switching Swift Assembly for Minefield. But right now, Minefield doesn't feel absolutely amazing to play. So we're fairly tanky right now. Not as tanky as we could be, definitely not. And the big kicker is the best item for this build is the Indigon Helmet. Now, right after we kill this boss, I'll just quickly talk about the Indigon Helmet itself. But what I'm just going to do quickly here is I'm going to stack up all of my mines. I'm just going to pop Vile RF, and then we're just going to try to chunk it down here. And wasn't a crazy amount of damage there. We want to make sure that our Arcane Cloak is up and everything like that. So, basically, Indigon is going to be where the big damage comes from. Our sustain is pretty fine. But if you don't know about the Indigon Helmet itself, I might actually just bring that up right here for you. So give me 1 second, and we can talk about the Indigon Helmet from Path of Exile. So let me just search this up here. I should have prepared this earlier, but I'll drop this down here for you all. Okay, so the Indigon Helmet is a very, very great helmet that, first of all, gives us increased maximum mana, which is very much needed for a build like this, and recovers 8 to 10% of life when you use a mana flask, which is also very, very nice. Now, non-instant mana recovery from flasks is also recovered as life, which is also very insane for the mana flask we are using. So, first of all, it gives you crazy, crazy sustain, but that's not what we use it for. The big thing we use it for is 50 to 60% of increased mana cost of skills for each 200 total mana you've spent recently. We don't need to worry too much about that, but 20 to 25% increased spell damage for each 200 total mana you've spent recently, up to 2,000%. Now, this is really, really crazy. What this does mean that if, for every 200 total mana, say for example we use an Arcane Cloak, and that uses about 4,000 mana there.
Can I not have
so around 4,000 mana, so that's 200 times 5, which gives to 1,000, and then times 4 for 4,000. So that's times 20, basically. So that actually gives us a total of around about 400 to 450 or 400 to 500 increased spell damage, which is really, really, really insane every time we use Arcane Cloak. Now, the rest of our skills almost cost no mana, and throwing mines doesn't actually take into account that actual mana cost there for the Indigon. So it's basically just the best helmet you can have. Now, I don't have the currency to purchase it now, but that is where this character will be going. Again, that's all I really have to say for this character. If you want to check the pace bin down below, the Path of Building, you can check that as well. And come say hi to us on Twitch when we do start streaming again, once I fix my throat here. Sorry for a couple of couple of muck-ups on some words there. I really am kind of stumbling through some painkiller meds and everything like that, just to try and get everything sorted. But I really just wanted to show you guys what I've been doing offline, because I know a lot of you have been missing my content as of recently. So thank you so much for watching, everyone, and until next time, Badger out.